everybody and welcome back. I've got a bit of classical high culture for you today. But so we need to start with the warm-up, and it isn't R, but it's about holding it for as long as possible. Well, not quite as long as possible, it's 15 beats. So you're going to go... and then move up a note and on to the next one. So ready? So now, same thing, still holding it for 15 beats, but this time I'm going to grow into it. And then away again. So lovely arc shape to it. And then obviously that you're singing an R sound, so everything's nice and open, ready just to breathe in. So you don't need to go R and do anything between them, but just so breathing in from there between them. So lovely shape, lean into it. So lean in for the first sort of 9 or 10 beats and then away again. And then breathe for the next one. Ready? One more and... So as I said, a bit of high culture today, a bit of Handel, so a nice classical aria. We're going to do Where'er You Walk. And it's all about beautiful singing. Where you walk, but also about shaping. So it's always going somewhere, so it's always leaning into a phrase or going away. It never just goes, where you walk. So it always has shape, and it's usually aiming towards the end of the phrase. Where you walk. And a really precise on the end of it. And then, cool gale shall fan the glade. And even though it starts high and ends low, don't start it loud. Don't go, cool gale shall fan. So start quietly. Cool gale shall fan the glade. And then same sort of shaping. Trees where you sit. So aim for sit, and then tail away a little precise T. Shall crowd into a shade. So same thing, aim for shade, and then a longer phrase. Trees where you sit. And get rid of the sit quickly. Now don't snatch it, don't go trees where you sit, but trees where you sit. And then a quick breath. Shall crowd into a shade. So off to sit, you're allowed to breathe. Can't go, shall crowd into a shade. Can't take us a really ugly breath. Trees where you sit, shall crowd into a shade. So let's try that from the beginning. Ready, and where you walk, good shall fan the glade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a starts heading off in a different direction. Where you walk. So again, shaping, start it quietly. Where you walk, cool gale shall find the glade. And that's all a bit richer. So let's do those two lines. Where and where you walk, cool gale shall find the glade. And then start heading off in a really different direction. Trees and trees, Roy are trees where you sit. So quite rich on the sit. Trees where you sit. Then the next phrase, it's one of these things, musically you're showing off, it's a melisma, so lots and lots of notes on one syllable. Shall crowd into a shade. So it grows through it. Don't move anything. Don't go shay, yay, 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 or anything like that. And you can breathe between them. Shade. And the aid, the diphthong, is right at the end. So let's go back to trees where you sit for the and trees where you sit. Shall crowd into a shade. Then, big ending, trees where you sit. And then ideally all in one breath. Shall a crowd. If you need to, sneak one there. Into a shade. So big dramatic ending. So that's the first section. So let's do all of that from beginning. Section. Then there's a contrasting middle section, and it starts quiet. Where you tread, and you need to do the head movement. Where you tread, and now something completely different, as the saying goes. The blushing flush shall rise, and blushing, not blushing, and not flowers. The blushing flush shall rise. Don't sing rise, but rise. So that's a big moment. You've got to jump up to that one and really go for it. So from where you tread, where you tread, the blushing flush shall rise. And it goes quiet again, so it's all about contrast, and it's all showing off. And all things flourish, flourish. Big love. So blowing air over your top lip, flourish. So really, really, really flamboyant. And all things flourish. And then there's another one which is higher. And all things flourish. So even more flamboyant, because we're repeating the words, even more flamboyant on the second one. So the first one, fairly flamboyant, and the second one, really dramatic. And all things flourish, and all things flourish. And then it's just lots and lots of where'er you turn your eyes. Not where'er you turn your eyes. So avoid all the ers, where'er you turn your eyes, but where you turn your eyes. And the first two are the same. Where you turn your eyes. Where you turn your eyes. And then get a big breath. Where you turn so really milk that last bit. So let's do that whole middle section. Where you tread ready. Where you tread, the blushing flush shall rise, and all things flourish, and all things flourish. Where you turn your eyes, where you turn your eyes, where you turn your eyes. And then what happens, we go back and repeat the entire first section. It's what's known as a da capo aria, so da capo back to the head. So when we get to that end bit there, we go back to the beginning. And if you want to, what traditionally happens with da capo arias, particularly these operatic ones, is you're allowed to sort of decorate the melody. So if you're feeling really, really flamboyant, right into the limelight, centre of attention, where you walk, cool gale shall fan the glade. You can sort of make up your own little decorations for it. And then when we get to the end of the first section for the second time, so we've done the da capo bit, you can really, really milk it. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade. Yeah, so really, really big ending when you get there for the second time. So all the way through, it's quite exhausting, this one. You should feel fairly shattered by the time you get to the end. So pace yourself, don't go for it too early on. Save something for the middle section, and then save something for the repeat of the first section. So all the way through from beginning. Where you Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's song. As ever, please do send me any comments or suggestions. Have a good weekend. See you soon.